pretty people. All the pretty people say hi, Jerusha. Let me know you're in the building. Yes, good to see your beautiful faces from a long, beautiful weekend. And so I had an opportunity to go speak at the Thousandaire Formula, which is a formula of powerful speakers from finance, marketing, branding, social media, all of the things that people need to go from 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 100,000. So it's called the Thousandaire Formula, and we're traveling all over the world teaching you how to build those businesses. And so I teach all things social media on that platform. So I'm excited about it. So good to see your beautiful faces. I am in my private community, business tips, motivation, and inspiration group for all the pretty people. You are a part of the pretty people. This is what makes you pretty. If you crown other queens and kings, we celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. So those are the pretty people. And so you guys, actually, you're my fan, my followers, my people. The pretty people are the people. And so good to see you. Lee McCray is in the building. Let me know that you're in the building. I miss you too. And so we have a lot going on. So if you don't know, now you know. Listen, don't forget, go to JerushaWiggins.com. You can get your pretty people merchandise. I got the water bottle. Oh, let me show you. I'm super excited about this. Oh my gosh. It will hold your cold water for 6 to 8 hours. It will hold your hot beverage or whatever 6 to 8 hours. It's everything. And so if you go to JerushaWiggins.com, you can grab this. Yes, water bottle. I'm super excited about it. I'm like, I love it. And so, yeah, you can see all the pretty people merchandise because you are a pretty person, because you want to learn and earn at the same time. And so, and I celebrate you. So every Wednesday, hey, gorgeous, I show up just for you in this private group. And I'm only going to show up if you want to ask business questions. And so if you don't want to ask business questions, then obviously we can just be on my main business page. But I wanted to give you a private space where I share actionable business tips, tools, automation, apps, anything to help you grow your business. And so my hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. So if you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. You're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You're a newbie to me. I love my newbies. And then, of course, if you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag and share, you and I just became besties. So if you tag to your team members, tag to your representatives, your business partners, your business bestie, whatever, she has to answer the business, the entry questions. Boom, my assistant or myself will let her in the group because I want to be able to stretch this thing, and run it till the wheels fall off. We ride this train. And so I wanted to share a little bit about what you should be focused on for the next 4 months, ending the 2022 year. You should be focused on marketing and advertising your products because people are going to purchase. I understand we're in what they call a recession or what depression, whatever you want to call it, but people are still purchasing. People are still making money. Like, don't buy into no one has money. That's a lie. Hey, Yvonne is in the building. And so I am in my private group, business tips, motivation, and inspiration just for you. So you can ask any business question, and you're more than welcome to come on screen with me. I'm happy to share the screen with the pretty person so you can ask a business question, and I'll put the link for StreamYard right at the top of this page. This time I'll do it right. The last time I didn't do it right, and some weirdo got on, and I'm like, but that's how we learn. And it's all good. It's all good. So I'm not worried this time. I think I got it this time. So I'll be able to say, click here to join me live. And that's only in this group because you're the pretty people. And so everybody else would have to watch us. Yes. They can still learn. It's all about the learning and the earning at the same time. And so, yes. So this is what I wanted to talk about. Have you been in the private group for the 22 top influencers, scripts, and strategies? Yes or yes? Listen, you guys, I'm kind of upset because I have a great following and you guys are like my best friends by now. And I kind of was a little offended. Let me tell you, I wanted to help the most people get into this group. I wanted to help the most people register for this event and training. Yes, I'm in. Okay, good. I wanted you guys to like tell everybody to get in using my link. I was number 3. of helping the most people get into this program. I was so upset. Like, I'm a little bit like mad because I'm like, what? When I say get in, it's available for you. We're giving it away. And I keep telling you, you're supposed to be sharing it with everybody you know, whether they have a business or not, getting them in this training. Like, so I ranked number 3 out of all 22 that had the most people to register. And so I was like, oh, I should have been number 1 because I have the greatest people in the world. The pretty people are the greatest people in the world. What is happening right now? But I am so grateful that you are in. If you are, if you're not, I just sent out an email. You can click the link and get in and register. And if I were you, I would upgrade, but that's me, right? I would upgrade because, did you upgrade, Yvonne? Because if you upgrade, you get this book, right? And it's like 200 pages, and every single speaker, teacher, top network marketer, top direct seller is in this book. And we have our own pages, and you have a QR code that you can watch every single one of us over and over and over again, so you know exactly what to say. There are no excuses at this point. Like, this was genius. Like, it's no reason why you don't know what to say no more. You got 22 people who are top producers in their respective industries telling you what to say. I don't know. That's why I was like, get in. Like, don't even hesitate. And like, I'm thinking about it. Just do it. Like, if I see a free program from Russell Brunson or anybody and it say free training, I just register. I will register in a minute. You know why? Because I'll register. This is a business tip. I will register. I know they're going to send me all these emails. You can unsubscribe if you want to, right? So I'm not worried about that. I want to be in the know. I want to know what they're talking about. I want to learn, because when I learn, I do better. I help other people and we all grow. But if you are the type of person who continuously say, I don't know what to do, but you see people having free trainings all the time and you never register, that means you don't really want to grow, right? Yes or yes? Yes, I'm in the VIP. Oh, you're in the VIP. Okay, great. And so I just was like, for nothing else, this is worth more than little $47 now. This, right? I know mine is worth 4 times the $47. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Facebook user. So trust and believe. Yvonne, did you see mine yet? And so every single day, she's releasing one of the top influencers and sharing their trainings, one a day for 22 days. We're already on day 2. So that means you missed yesterday. And then you missed today. Today will still be up. It's leaving every 24 hours. It'll be gone unless you're in the VIP, unless you have this, right? And so I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I try to connect with the best of the best so I can share with the pretty people, because I just think it's so much room at the top. It's so much money available. People are going to purchase in the last 4 months. It's the last quarter of the year for a lot of companies. They will downsize. How do I get it? Boom. How do I get it? Listen, I just sent an email. If you're on my email list, which you probably are because you're in this group, I just sent an email at 8 p.m. with the link. And I'm going to put the link right here. Matter of fact, let me do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm like, you must be under a rock, because I've been saying, get it, just get it. Like, I don't even, doesn't matter I'm just like, I'm getting it. That's right. All right. So, I see. Okay, perfect. Like, here I go. So I'm going to put it in the chat right here myself. Iris link. All right, so I just put it in the chat. All you have to click it, register, then another page will come up. Follow the page, click it. It says click here. Follow the instructions, register. You got to register, because I don't want you to still be confused about your business, or be confused about how to start conversations, or be confused about how to make money. What I was saying was, typically, I used to work in corporate America. In the 4th quarter, companies lay off. Like, it's a fact. It's universal. like because they're looking at their bottom line. And if they're going to lay off people, they do it in the fourth quarter. That way they start the new year off right. And the taxes, they're trying to make up for whatever they lost. So they may let people go. So the good thing is, if you Google this, you got 80 to 90% of people looking for a side hustle. Okay, this came out in the news that there are more people that are hungry for side businesses. They're hungry to work from home. So home-based businesses are on the rise. So I'm so excited. I've already had a home-based business well over a decade, almost two. So I was already set up for this. However, I just got online just a few years ago. Okay, so I was offline for years. Thank goodness before the pandemic, I created my marketing strategy in 2019 and it went crazy, did better in 2020 than 2019. So this is what I know for sure. We're just evolving. Everything is just evolving around being on social media and building businesses from that smartphone. And so everybody should be utilizing that smartphone. Otherwise, it's a dumb phone. And so we want to set you up for success. But the only way that I could do that is when I put out information, register. If I have free training, get it. Like, I'm only going to share the best and what I know for sure. Because when I'm in these circles, I don't see a lot of me. I'm just going to say it. And I want to see more of every single person. I want to see more of every single person, different degrees, different backgrounds, different ethnicities. I need to see it. And so you, on the other hand, you're still thinking about it. That's the problem. You just want to move into action. So I was saying, whenever I see anybody that I follow that I want to learn from, like Les Brown, it doesn't matter who it is, right? Eric Thomas, he had a free training. It's so many people, Lisa Nichols, whoever. I would just register so I could be a part of the training. Now, whether I miss a couple of days or I missed it, it doesn't matter. I'm always going to learn something. And that's how you want to be. I tell my boys all the time, you learn something new every day. Don't come to me unless you learn something new, and then share that with me so I know something new. And that's how you want to be. You learn something, you share it. You learn something, you share it. So we all win. Yes or yes. I'm ready to make my own schedule. Yes, it's about time. Okay, well, I need to get with that program. You need to get with it, baby. I just put the link right here. You see it. It's in the chat. Okay, click that link. Register if you didn't register yet. Go ahead and register, and I would upgrade, get the VIP if you can. Now, let's talk about it. Oh, thank you. She said, yes, I went to yours first. Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying my best to share everything that I know as fast as possible, because you know what, like I said, it's going so fast. Thousands and thousands of Americans are now looking for home-based businesses. And so it's your responsibility to share every day. And so where sometimes I would share, say 30, 40, 50 people a day, like, start conversations. I meant to say start conversations, right? So I would start conversations with 30, 40, 50 people. Now I'm like, man, I need to start conversations with 50, 60, 75 people a day, 100 people a day, because that's how many people are looking. And I want to be able to touch as many people as possible. And so if you have an opportunity, now is the time to run like crazy. Now is the time to say, you know what? I'm not going to be afraid to talk. I'm not going to be afraid to text, because that's literally what you're doing. You're texting. Even if you're on Messenger, if you're on your cell phone, all you're doing is texting. You can do that. I believe that you can do that. Okay. And so nobody is too busy. It's just a matter of priorities. And I mean, so many people who tell me, oh, I have 3 children, 5 children. I understand. I'm not saying you don't have those responsibilities, but that is the reason why you have to do it. My boys is the reason why I have to do it. I go hard all the time. I'm like crazy because I have to do it. I have to make time for this. I have to show up because one, my success is tied to somebody else's belief system. But for 2, I want to leave generational wealth. I just believe that's where it is. Other people do it all the time. So why are you sleeping on your abilities? Yes or yes? And so now this is what we need to do to prepare for the holidays. Here's your homework. Write this down. How much money do you want to make in the next, I guess, 3 months, 4 months, really? September. Yeah, but you want to do it right before Christmas, right? So how much money do you want to make in the next 3.5 months? This is your homework. Write it down. Like a number. I need a number written down. How much money? Okay. Now we're going to reverse engineer this thing. Listen to me. So if you put, I'm just going to say an even number. So if you put 1,000, now I hope you want to make more than 1,000, but if you put 1,000, okay. Now, if you put $1,000, what would it take for you to make $1,000 in that time frame? What actual activity would you need to do every single day? Now, we all know, write this down. 1 out of 10 typically will reply. 1 out of 10 will probably buy. 1 out of 10 will probably watch the opportunity. Okay. Listen, it's not magic. It's mathematics. Every single business, I actually don't care what you sell. Lotions, potions, pots, pans, it doesn't matter. All the businesses work when you work the numbers. Okay. So it's not magic. It's mathematics. So if you know 1 out of 10 typically will reply, respond, watch your opportunity, or buy your product. So, you know, if you start tomorrow, right? If you're talking to 10 people, you know that's just one person. The next day, if you talk to 10 people, you know that's one person. So that's really just 2 people. Now, I don't know your industry, depending on your product pricing. So if you have a high ticket item, right, that's really good. A high ticket item is there's this water company, and they sell like water coolers, supposed to be this best water that does all these things. Now that's like $5,000 to $10,000. That's a high ticket item, right? Okay. Your product is probably nothing like that. Your product is probably a few $100s or $75 or $100. Your product is probably between $125 and less. Yes. Okay. So if you have 1 person out of 10 purchase your thing for $75, right? How many people would have to purchase $75 to get to 1,000? That's how you do the math. So now you have that number and you're like, I'm working on, you should create an Excel spreadsheet. And so whatever that number is, okay, to get to 1,000, you probably need to talk to how many people? All you mathematicians up here. Because I don't know. How many people would you have to talk to? 70, I don't know. 13, that's all? 14? So 75 times 15. Yeah. So that's it. So 15 people purchasing $75 is $1,000. So on your Excel spreadsheet, you need to have 15 places, and each time somebody purchases, put their name and the amount. Okay. Every time someone purchases, put their name and the amount. Those blank spaces have to be filled. Say, I wouldn't say it would take you 3.5 months to do that. It should take you 1 week to do that. So you should be able to get 15 people to purchase $75 in 1 week. That's $1,000. Okay. So your money goal for until Christmas should be like 5,000, 10,000. You know, your money goal should be big. 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. What do you want to make before December 25th? Now you reverse engineer it just like I just did. And I know for me, I know if I was doing, you know, a product, I always do this. If the product is $125, I put how many people would have to purchase $125 for me to get to 5,000. And as I do it, I celebrate. I check them off. Let's go. Every time one going down is going down. I celebrate every single person that's purchasing. So now you're getting closer and closer to your goal. Now, what is going to happen is, this is why I want you to do it. Some of you got to see it on paper. The reason why I want you to write it down is because action precedes motivation. You're going to get motivated when you have the action of doing something. You're writing it, you're seeing it, you're putting in the names, you're making cash. You can physically see the money in your account. That is where you're going to build that momentum. You're going to naturally get excited because you can see the money coming in. You're like, oh, I see the money. The reason why you're not excited right now because you don't see the money. At the end, you don't see the money. But you don't see the money because you don't have the activity. And you don't have the activity because you didn't break it down. That's really what it is. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Yes, right. Okay. So when you think of that amount, okay, write it down. When you think, or you're earning $500 a week, right? You're like, okay, or $1,000 a week. What are you gonna do? This is a part of your homework in our business lesson tonight. What are you gonna do with that 5,000 or 10,000 or 15,000? What's the point of making it? Not, don't tell me you're gonna pay a bill. I need you to be a little bit more specific than that, right? I need you to tell me, if you earn $5,000 before December 25th, what's the point of earning 5,000? Because if it doesn't have a purpose, right, it doesn't happen. You already have to see, okay, I'm paying off my American Express. Okay, you have to see if that's your goal. I'm purchasing, whatever it is that you want for your parents, or a trip, or whatever. You need to go ahead, and if it is a trip, you're saving up for a trip for spring break of next year. Go look up the trip. Go see how much the trip costs, the flight, the hotel, the best amenities, whatever you want. Go look it up. Put that in front of you. It's going to drive you to do it, because that's what you want. If it's a purse and that's what you want, that's driving you to do it, do it. Most people, it's more than material things. Most people, it's like, I'm going to go, and if it's a trip, it's a big trip. It's not Florida. And nothing's wrong with Florida, because we go every year. I have children, but you get my point. Oh, Disney World. I take my family to Disney World. Yes. So Disney World is $5,000. Disney World, you might as well. I'm telling you, we took the boys and our family went. You're going to spend $5,000, $10,000 at Disney World, especially if you're taking kids. Good evening. Yeah. Hi. So if that's the goal, go see what hotel you're going to stay on the property of Disney. How much does it cost for it? We had the cartoon characters come to the bedroom and tuck the kids in when it was much smaller. We did this maybe 5 years ago, or 6, way before the pandemic, right? And so how much does that cost? That's an additional cost. They can come to the room. They can tuck them in bed for you. All the things. You want them to have an experience with you. Okay? And so that way they're going to always remember you for that, your entire family. And so how much is it going to cost you to take everybody on this Disney trip? Go pick out the hotel, the flight, the food you want to have, everything. Now, today, you're going to set the goal. Tonight, before you lay your head down, you're going to have that amount, and you're going to reverse engineer your activity. Now, this is what I want from you. I want you to share that with me. You can message me, DM me, and say, Jerusha, I spoke to 10 new people today, 20 new people today, 30 new people today. Or you can do the amount that you sold. I sold $300 today. I sold $100 today, $50 today. You're getting closer and closer to your actual goal before December 25th. You can't wait to December to say you're going to make money for December. I went to the store, and Walmart already has not just Halloween, but Christmas stuff is going up. They're already preparing to win. You got to already prepare to win for the holidays. And everyone's going to spend money. I don't care if people are broke as a joke. Everybody is going to spend some money. That's a fact. Okay? The question is, are they going to spend money with you? And so if you're not in front of them, no, they're not going to spend money with you. You got to be in front of them, talking to them, so they can spend some money with you. I need some coaching. I'm ready. Okay, good. So I'm glad that you said that you need some coaching. I can help you with that. So I went to Kentucky because I launched this new program, and I want to help more people. I want to impact more people. I want to share with more people. And I just know that I got to show up bigger. And in order for me to do that, being online is great, but I want to make sure that I connect with the people face to face and things. So I launched a new course. It's 6 months. It's called Monetizing Social Media. It's a 6-month coaching program. And let me just tell you, it's going to be worth it, because I'm tough. Here you see me excited, but I'm tough if I'm coaching you, because you know why? I want you to leave saying, man, she over-delivered. I want you to be like, it was so much. It was worth every dime. Because 1, is my reputation. And 2, I want to see you make the money that you desire. I want to see your businesses grow, right? Because if your businesses grows, right, then you start telling other people, and then their businesses grow. And then now we're all having successful businesses. And it's not just one person at the top or 2 people at the top. It's a lot of people at the top. And that's why knowledge is the new rich. The reason why you're where you are, we just don't know what we don't know, right? And so what I've learned, I put it all together in a 6-month course. And in the course, I break it down. I'm gonna put the link in the bio for you. I break it down for 24 weeks. I can share my screen with you actually. I break it down for 24 weeks of what we're going to cover in the, you can only see it if you're on Facebook. I'm sorry. What we're going to cover in the 6 months. So there's no, what am I going to do? I broke it down so you know exactly what you're going to do. We're going to actually get on the phone. Like I'm going to actually call you and you're going to be accountable. Because I work with so many people who sign up in my business and they're just not accountable. Like they're nowhere to be found, but you're going to be accountable because you, guess what? You put some skin in the game. Somehow we put some skin in the game. We had a different attitude. So this is the course. It's called Monetizing Social Media. And then of course, I'm the business coach. And then all the logistics are in the link. So no worries. So week 1 is lesson 1. We're going to go over social media profile, the basics, because a part of your problem is your profile is horrible. And we need to change that. It's not attracting your person. And then we're going to go over Facebook and Instagram basic features. There's a lot of features that you're not even using or underusing. There's so many settings that you need to change and all the things. We're going to go over algorithm hacks. I'm really good with showing you how to beat the algorithm. One of the best ways that you can beat the algorithm is to do a lot of curiosity posts and ask questions. Just like you guys are putting your comments here in the chat. That's a part of me hacking the algorithm. So if I'm like hashtag pretty people, if I say all of those things, I'm getting you to do that because guess what? I'm hacking the algorithm. I want you to reply. I want you to correspond with me. I want that to happen. So we're going to show you how to do that so more people see your stuff. You want to be visible, right? Yes. We're going to go over how to find your, this is my favorite, how to find your warm market, like your ideal prospects. I don't eat meat, so I'm not your ideal prospect if you sell meat. Like, I don't care if it's 1 cent. If I don't eat it, it's not for me. And so many people are posting and praying, and you're like posting to everybody, getting nobody. And it's important that you're talking to the right people, because if you're talking to me about meat, I'm just scrolling because it's not for me. Make sense? How to appeal to a certain audience. I am looking for a certain generation of women. Obviously, I train men in this course as well, but I'm building 100 new entrepreneurs and particularly women. And then, of course, the next week, we're going to talk about how many times you should post on social media now. It has changed since I started this 3-day ride program. It has changed so many times. So I'm updated on what goes on. I stay in Instagram classes and Facebook classes because I want to know when they change, we need to change. Yes. Then I'll share with you my weekly posting guide, my 7-day content calendar, the 4 E's to attracting followers on social media, how to market your product or service and opportunity. I'm going to give you examples and visuals. This is a big one. Those of you that want to go live, I'm going to give you basic tips on successful lives like this. I go live all the time. And so I've learned a few things that's going to help you when you start going live, or if you're already going live, how to better your lives. How to get engagement. That's important. The importance of a CTA. A CTA is a call to action. You should do a CTA at least once a week. I do a call to action for my product, an opportunity at least once a week. And then we're going to do content for stories. You know what? A lot of people make all their money in stories. And so there's a sequence that you can follow in stories. So I'm going to go over that sequence of how you can just build your business, like make the cash that you want to make before December 25th in the stories. Most people sell in their stories, not on their feed. Okay, catch that. Then, of course, short form video. Everybody knows I keep talking about your Instagram and your reels and all the things. And then the benefits of hashtags. A lot of people are still confused about hashtags. It's important that you understand what the hashtag is for. Okay. The benefits of Facebook groups and fan pages. I can tell you right now, I'm not a fan of a business page. I have one, but that was by accident. I actually want to delete it because there's no point for me to have that. And I know companies tell you to go get a business page. It's really no point based on the way Facebook is marketing you. Facebook is not marketing your business page. They're never marketing it unless you're spending money. Okay, you got to pay to play. And so apparently most of you are probably not spending $5, $10, $15, $20, $70,000 a month on advertising ads, right? Okay, so that business page is not serving you. But that's why you got to get in the training. And then, of course, 6 ingredients for good content, how to converse with people online. That's why you had to have these scripts. Okay, that's why you have to have all of these scripts, because these are different personalities. You might not have my bold personality. I just go straight for the juggler. Boom, boom, boom. I don't even mess around. I don't say what kind of dog you have. I don't say, this is what I want. I like to get to the point. And if the person like, no, thank you, next, because I don't have time. Okay, but you might be different. That's why you need that. And then how to convert a lead into a sale, because you can start a conversation, but if they're not purchasing, you're not converting. Okay. Then my follow-up ebook is a part of the 6-month program. So you got lucky, you get that follow-up ebook. Any apps and tools that I use to help automate my business. And then I'm hoping to have a speaker come in. She's an automation coach. I'm hoping to have her come in and do a training on automation. And so, I'm going to have you see all these people, I know a lot of people. I'm going to have some people come in that are good at their niche and do like a 15-20 minute coaching for you. And then, of course, scripts to use for leads. This is important. Even though these are scripts, typically everybody in here gave you one script, like one starter. They didn't give you the conversation in between, right? In the 6-month course, I give you script 1, script 2. When she says this, you said this, script 3, script 4, script 5, 6. And so it's a full conversation, not just a starter conversation, but it's a full conversation to conversion. Okay. And so those are the things. And then, of course, 10 ways to overcome objection. They have changed, because it used to be easy to overcome objections face to face. It's still kind of easy for me. But now, since we're online, you're texting overcoming objections. So people don't really hear your voice unless you use the voice recorder. And I love using the voice recorder, especially when I'm overcoming an objection. And so all of that will be discussed in the 6-month program. So if you're deciding like, Jerusha, I really am serious this time, I've wasted time, I thought I was doing it and you're not doing it, right? And you got great business tips, but you didn't quite pull it together. I've been there. That's why I can laugh about it. I am in a coaching program. I'm like, it's so over my head. I'm like, I don't even understand. But I know that I need to be in there, because if I'm not implementing that information, that means I'm not doing it, right? I haven't learned anything. And so if that's you want to be a part of the 6-month program, I'd love to have you. And I will put the link right here in the chat as well, so you can have it. But the link is always in my bio. Understand, if I have a link tree, it's always there. So there's never a problem with that. So I'm going to put it here just in case I'm put link. Well, hold on. So yes, I'm going to put it there so you'll already have it. Because yes, I want certain people to work with for 6 months. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste my time. That's the biggest thing. So I definitely want a certain group of people who are serious, they're hungry, and you may have taken a 3-day ride, but it wasn't enough. You got good information, or more than enough, but you need somebody to coach you along. Like, take me through, Jerusha, take me through. Well, that's what 6 months will allow us to do. So yes, I certainly appreciate you. That's our time for tonight. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. As long as you show up, I will show up. If you have a business question, put your business question in the chat. Please make sure you share, tag 2 people, share the broadcast. We want them to be a part of this community. Yes, I want them to be a part of this community. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I see you on the page. Have a good night. I need some coaching too. Yes.